Trump walks back tariffs on a range of goods from Mexico and Canada for 1 month. President Donald Trump issued exemptions on tariffs for a variety of goods coming into the United States from Mexico and Canada, just 2 days after he put the sweeping tariffs in place, leaving investors and business grappling with the whiplash of his back and forth trade policies. The exemptions to the 25% tariffs enacted Tuesday would apply to about half the goods coming into the United States from Mexico and around 38% of the goods from Canada that comply with the North American trade deal reached during Trump's first term, according to senior administration officials. It's the second time in less than 2 months that Trump has announced and then backtracked on tariffs on the United States neighbors. The moves have rattled the stock market, with businesses warning that the added cost could drive prices higher and cut into their profits. The Dow Jones Industrial Average and the S&P 500 are on pace for their worst week since September. The can keeps getting pushed down the road, and we don't know what that means, said Chuck Dardis, president of Alpha USA, an auto parts manufacturer in Livonia, Michigan. He later added, to make investments and do things we need to do, we need to have some certainty. Not that we can have a perfect certainty, but not be on consistent diet of, well, we'll wait till next month to see if the axe is going to fall.
You know what he's doing? He doesn't understand. He thinks he's using this to like bully Canada and Mexico into, coming back to the bargaining table or to sway his way. But what it's doing is destabilizing us as a country, because the people in the stock market are like, yeah, I'm gonna hold back. Manufacturers are like, yo, we don't want to do nothing. Canada's already pulled all the American. They're like, we ain't even messing with y'all. Shelves, all the liquor off the shelf. They're telling people, don't go, don't be a tourist in America. We're not buying nothing. They had a trail that takes you from Washington to, I believe, is it Washington or is it Michigan? It's a trail somewhere right there on the border that takes you up through America and brings you up to Canada and then brings you back down. And Canada cut that off. They're like, nah, we're not playing with you. They're like, look, we're quick to forgive, but you're not going to bully us. And Mexico's like, hey, and Mexico pointed out this too. They're like, look, you're talking about the fentanyl. They're like, 80% of the people that are busted bringing fentanyl into America from Mexico are Americans.
I mean, so it's at a point right now where it's a game. He knows he can't win this type of a trade war. It would be destructive to all parties. And stock market, everyone, he played the American people to make you guys think that this is what he really wanted to do. In his mind, he probably does. He probably thinks, I'm going to try to keep my word. But everyone around him is like, this will tear apart the entire economy, and all the people who gave you money, they're going to run from you. They're going to run to the heels from you. You know what I'm saying? Like, period. You know what I mean?
Because he's losing money.
It just doesn't make any sense what he's trying to do right now. And at the same time, though, you're going to affect so much of America. I mean, you got to remember, 70% of our imports of oil and come from China. From Canada and Mexico. 70% come from there. Where are you going to get that from? What other place are you going to go to? You're willing to sit here and side with Russia, sit down and have talks with Hamas, sit down and have talks also with Iran, but you don't want to work with your northern and southern closest trading partners. These are two biggest trading partners that you have. What sense does this make what you're doing? Because honestly, it seems like to me that this is a person who's coming here as a Manchurian candidate and is trying to tear apart America from the inside. You look at even on Russian TV, they're talking about this like, hey, he's doing such a great job. He's doing our job for us. This is on Russian TV. They're saying this stuff.
Yeah. And the whole thing is like, it doesn't make sense. What does he get out of it? Because, I mean, if our country is destabilized, he won't be in charge because we're going to be under attack anyway.
It ain't going to matter. He spread his hustle everywhere he's at. I mean, once you're bought, once you got billions, it doesn't matter about what country the money's going to.
Jimmy Kimmel ran it through Chat GPT. They're like, with all the knowledge, you see that with all the knowledge that you have right now, do you feel Donald Trump is a foreign agent for Russia? And they're like, yes, 80 to 85% he is. From his business dealings to, because I mean, he kept losing money. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I just, like I'm saying, where is he going to live if America crumbles?
Yeah, he can live anywhere. It doesn't mean go to Europe. He can go to Russia. He can go anywhere he wants. America is not going to crumble the way people think it's going to crumble. Crumbling for America won't be like, say, Greece or one of these other countries or something like that.
Apocalyptic buildings.
Yeah, I mean, we'll still have money here. There'll still be good things going on. We just won't be top dog anymore. Once you're not top dog anymore, then you start getting treated like second fiddle. The reason why countries give us goods for so cheap, even I think there's something we were getting from Canada. I can't remember. He was like, we give you our metals or something like that for such a ridiculously low price because we're big dogs. They understand they got a big dog. Nobody's coming over here to deal with Canada, act funny towards Canada because they know they got a big dog. Just like when Russia sent those I think there's some submarines or something like that, or some war battleships down to Cuba. Who sent their battleships down there as well? Canada. This person is doing this on purpose. And you guys are making excuses for this as well. Too. I'm watching you make excuses for what you see in front of your face. I got plenty of people on my Facebook page who do it all the time. Make excuses for why he's willing to go to war for Russia, but not for your trading partners from the north and the south.
And they even said it too when the Palisades, California was burning. Canada sent firefighters and Mexico sent firefighters.
Ukraine sent over equipment as well when that was going on.
And he's kicking out 450,000 Ukrainians.
I think, yeah,
which like, I mean, they can kind of go.
To me, they came over for sanctuary. Period. I mean, for something that they came. I'm not mad at them being here.
I saw how they treated the Black Red Cross workers and how they had to warn them, hey, they're going to call you this, they're going to call you all these racist words. They can go.
We're over in Ukraine.
In Ukraine. They didn't even let the black people on the trains. Y'all getting bombed, everyone getting shelled. They were like, whoa, we ain't got time to live, but we got time for racism. Like,
I'm gonna say this: there's always gonna be time for racism in this world that we live in. This is what it is, man. For me to look at them and say you shouldn't be racist, I look at most Europeans like they're probably racist? Probably. It's probably a good portion of them that are racist as hell because you only live around who you live around. This isn't me making excuses. It's not like I love Ukrainians for any particular reason. It's like I look at Jewish people in Israel who do the same thing to black people down there. I know that most of you, how most of you really feel about,
I think
black
after
people.
World War III, we should go on a trip to what's left of Europe.
I mean, shit, we could go before that. Hopefully there's
no. We're going to go after. We got to see which countries survive. I ain't playing that. Let's go before. We're going to be in the middle of the war in trenches with do-rags on. No, get the niggas in the ground. Get them. Have them go.